Hello friends, and welcome to my Old Coin History Our Coin channel. Here, we explore the fascinating world of coins from around the globe, from rare old coins to modern treasures. If you love history, culture, and collecting, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with our journey into the history of money. The $quarter United States of America 1966 is a historically significant and symbolically rich coin that represents one of the most important transitions in American monetary history, marking the shift from the traditional silver coinage to the modern copper-nickel clad system that continues to this day. Minted under the provisions of the Coinage Act of 1965, the 1966 quarter was part of the United States Mint's response to the nationwide coin shortage caused by the rising value of silver and the public hoarding of older 90% silver coins, leading to the creation of a new composition featuring an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, resulting in a strong, corrosion-resistant coin that maintained a silvery appearance without containing actual silver, weighing approximately 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.75 millimeters, and a reeded edge designed for both security and aesthetic tradition. This particular coin, struck in 1966, was produced during a time when mint marks were intentionally omitted, from 1965 to 1967, to discourage coin hoarding by collectors, meaning that although the coins were struck at multiple mints including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, none bear a mint mark, making them visually identical and emphasizing their purpose as coins for circulation rather than for collection. The obverse front of the coin features the left-facing bust of George Washington, the first president of the United States and a foundational symbol of American leadership, designed by sculptor John Flanagan based on the 1785 bust by French artist Jean-Antoine Houdin, with the word, "Liberty," boldly displayed above his head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," inscribed to the left, and the date 1966 appearing below the neck, while the reverse back of the coin showcases a majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, perched upon a bundle of arrows that symbolize military preparedness and strength, with an olive branch below the arrows representing the enduring hope for peace, all surrounded by inscriptions including, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, just above the eagle's head, and, $quarter, at the bottom, collectively embodying the core values and ideals of the United States, unity, liberty, and balance between peace and power. The production of the 1966 quarter was extraordinarily large, with more than 821 million coins minted to meet the high public demand for circulating currency during the post-silver transition years, and while its face value is 25 cents, its numismatic worth depends heavily on condition. Circulated examples generally hold face value, while uncirculated and special mint set SMS examples, which were produced in San Francisco with a higher quality finish and sharper details, can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $100 in pristine condition. The absence of a mint mark and the introduction of new clad technology make the 1966 quarter a unique piece of monetary history, bridging the gap between the silver coinage of the early 20th century and the fully modern coinage era that followed, while also serving as a reflection of the broader economic and cultural shifts of the 1960s, including inflation, industrial growth, and changing material resources. Though not rare in terms of mintage, it holds immense historical and symbolic value for numismatists and historians alike, representing an era when the United States was undergoing transformation not only in coinage but in politics, technology, and global influence. During the presidency of Lyndon B. Johnson and the height of the Cold War, in circulation, the 1966 quarter's copper-nickel clad surface has proven highly durable, maintaining its silvery gray sheen for decades while revealing a faint copper hue along its edge, a subtle yet visible reminder of its inner composition, and even though it lacks the intrinsic precious metal value of its silver predecessors, it stands as a lasting testament to American adaptability, efficiency, and resilience in the face of economic necessity, embodying the nation's ability to preserve beauty, symbolism, and practicality within a small metallic object that continues to pass from hand to hand across generations, connecting modern America to its historical legacy through the enduring image of George Washington and the ever-watchful Eagle of Freedom. The $quarter United States of America 1984 is a remarkable representation of American heritage, national pride, and the enduring legacy of the Washington Quarter series that began in 1932, symbolizing more than 50 years of consistent design and cultural meaning. Minted during a period of stability in U.S. coinage, the 1984 quarter continues the design tradition that honors George Washington, the first President of the United States, and serves as an emblem of strength, trust, and national unity. This coin was struck by the United States Mint in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, bearing mint marks P, D, and S respectively, with each having distinct characteristics and collector appeal, though the Philadelphia version for 1984 is particularly notable as it was one of the early years to feature the P mint mark, which had been introduced in 1980. The 1984 quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, consisting of an inner core of pure copper and outer layers made from a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel, creating a durable, corrosion-resistant coin that retains a silver-like appearance without containing any actual silver, a design choice originally introduced in 1965 following the Coinage Act of that year to replace the older 90% silver coins and reduce production costs amid the rise of silver prices. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.75 millimeters, and a reeded edge with 119 tiny grooves, an iconic feature that not only adds texture but also symbolizes tradition and security. The obverse front side of the coin proudly displays the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan, whose artistry was based on the 1785 bust of Washington created by the renowned French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdin, combining realism with neoclassical dignity. Around the portrait are the inscriptions, Liberty, at the top, In God We Trust, to the left, and the year 1984 beneath the bust, while the mint mark appears just above the date, slightly to the right. This obverse design has remained largely unchanged for decades, creating a sense of visual continuity and respect for American traditions. The reverse back of the 1984 quarter features the powerful image of the bald eagle, America's national bird, with its wings spread majestically, clutching a bundle of arrows that represent defense and strength, while below the eagle lies an olive branch symbolizing peace, and above it are the words, United States of America, followed by the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, expressing the unity of the states, with the denomination, $quarter, boldly engraved below the eagle. This design not only conveys beauty and patriotism but also stands as a metaphor for the nation's balance between power and diplomacy, a reflection of American ideals during the Cold War era of the 1980s. During 1984, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters, 676,545,000 in Philadelphia, 546,483,064 in Denver, and a smaller number of proof coins in San Francisco for collectors, each polished to perfection and struck with mirror-like surfaces. While most 1984 quarters remain common in circulation and carry a face value of 25 cents, their collector value can increase depending on condition. Circulated coins are typically worth their face value, but uncirculated mint state examples can fetch $1 to $10, and proof for high-grade MS-67 Mega Siemens 68 pieces can reach $50 or more due to rarity in top condition. The color and texture of the 1984 quarter's copper-nickel surface give it a bright grayish tone, though over time it may develop subtle golden or copper hues around the rim as the underlying metal shows through. This year's Coin holds special interest for numismatists because it represents one of the later issues before the introduction of state quarters in 1999, making it part of the classic Washington quarter era that lasted from 1932 to 1998. The 1984 quarter thus captures a moment in American history when the country was thriving economically under the leadership of President Ronald Reagan, amid technological advancement, patriotic revival, and a sense of global prominence. Though ordinary in daily commerce, this coin encapsulates national values, freedom, trust, and perseverance, and its enduring design connects citizens of every generation through the familiar image of Washington's calm, steadfast face and the soaring eagle of liberty. From a numismatic perspective, it reflects the evolution of coinage technology, the balance between artistry and utility, and the continuing story of America's identity expressed through metal and design. In conclusion, the 1984 United States quarter dollar is far more than a piece of change. It is a miniature monument of American history, crafted in metal yet alive with meaning, embodying the endurance of tradition, the stability of a great nation, and the timeless symbolism of leadership, strength, and unity that has defined the American spirit for centuries.